Greetings wonderful humans and welcome back to another one. Now, a few months ago I bought this and then kind of decided that this was going to do this. So what we've done is we've swapped this for this and we're going to see how this Olympus EM-5 Mark II got with photo for a month, because I kind of shelved it when I got the EM1 Mark II, used it for video, but it kind of dawned on me that this is good for photo, this is good for video, so let's do a whole swap around and just see how things go for a month. So mushrooms are up, it's macro season, let's get stuck in. We'll take some macro photos. My Olympus EM-5 Mark II and my Olympus 60mm macro lens. So one of the things that you'll often see me using when I'm doing this macro photography is I use one of these. This is a little LED light panel and it just allows me to add a little bit of light and a little bit of shadow, and it just gives the photographs just a little bit more depth and makes them look a little bit more interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the same photograph again that I've just taken, but this time I'm going to take it without the light. I just want you to see the difference that the light actually makes. So if I try and compose this in a very similar sort of way, and focus on the mushroom, camera's been a pain, there we go. So focus on the mushroom, same photograph again, only this time we're adding no light. You'll be able to see the difference, just adding a little bit of light to macro photography, just see the difference that actually makes. So I managed to find a thing. I found this mushroom growing off of this little twig. I'm kind of wondering if we can make a photograph using this. Now there is some green moss just off to my left hand side that I've just seen. I'm wondering if we can't put this in the moss and just make a really nice autumnal mushroom macro photograph with it. I know it's a bit staged, but well, sometimes in photography you just come across these things and you've got to try and do something with them. Alright, so this macro photography is one of them. You're just going to have to accept that sometimes you need to get down on the deck. Now it's a bit janky, I'm going to accept this, but it's working. So I'm actually using my wallet to prop this light up, and I've got the light just focused on the mushroom itself. It's just giving this mushroom a really nice white pop and glow. So if I get low and shoot across, let's see how we can do this. If I take the lens cap off, it might also work better. So if I get down nice and low, this mushroom and the moss around it has a really awesome glow to it. So if I just touch the screen now, and that'll take the photograph. So we're f4 1/100th of a second, ISO 200. I'm going to get up off the floor. Here's the photograph. So I'm actually out in the woods with Dave today. Some of you may know him. I'll put a link to his channel above this bit somewhere, but Dave's just picked up one of these. Now this is the 5D Classic, the original Canon 5D, and now I have it in my hands. If you saw any of my older content, you'll know for the longest time I was a Canon user, and it does kind of feel like I'm coming home a little bit holding this. Now it's my birthday at the end of the month and I'm kind of in two minds as to whether or not to get these. I'm just curious, would that be something you guys will be interested in seeing? Is just vintage lenses on a Canon 5D Classic. I wouldn't go down the whole route of buying into two systems. I don't see the point with the Olympus gear, but I think just for vintage lenses, the Helios 44s, the 135 f2.8 that I've got that I can't remember the name of the brand off, but just for the vintage lenses, just for that full frame fun look, would it be something that you'd be interested in watching? Let me know in the comments below and we'll see what happens at the end of the month. So while I'm just waiting for Dave to catch us up, I just wanted to take a minute and just express how much I'm enjoying using this EM-5 Mark II. Again, it's been way too long since I've actually used it as a photo camera. Now, it's always with me. Like I said at the start of the video, I tend to shoot video with this thing more than photos, but well, I had it and I just wanted to have a play with it, and I'm really enjoying it. I forgot how capable it really was, and I have to say today I am really enjoying myself. I usually go to the coast, okay, and it tends to be for sunrise, and you get a little bit of light, a little bit of time, but you don't get the day when you're doing that kind of thing. I like long exposures by the coast, sunrises, things that you don't get a lot of time. But today, because I'm bringing the light with me, I can sit down, I can chill out, I can think things through, I can work out how I want to take the photograph. And the light's not going anywhere because it's battery powered and it's in my backpack. And the slowed down, chilled out pace of this today is really just making such a nice change. Now, don't get me wrong, I do love the coast. The coast is what I'm all about, but this macro mushroom stuff at this time of year, it really does just make a nice change of pace, and it does put a smile on my otherwise sulky little face. So I'm just waiting for Dave to turn up. I'm in like a fern-filled little area. It's a weird sort of woodland. There's all different types of woodland around here. I was kind of hoping there'd be some ground mushrooms about. I've not seen any yet, but I'm going to continue having a little bit of a poke around and see if we can't come across anything. But yeah, I was really hoping there'd be something in here, but off the top of my head, I'm really not seeing anything. I hope they haven't all been eaten already, but we've got a couple of nice photos I feel so far, so we'll carry on, we'll stick with it. We'll just see what else the day brings and see what else we come across, but no time pressures. I've got the day. Let's just enjoy it, eh? Let's just enjoy taking photos for a day. Right, I've found something. It's a stick with loads of little mushrooms on it. I'm gonna have a think and see what we can do with it, but I really quite like the texture of all the mushrooms on there. Let's focus on the stick. I really quite like that. Let's see if we can't do something with it. Not sure what, but there must be something. So for this next one, I've decided I'm going to use the high-res shooting mode on the EM-5 Mark III because why not? It's there. So natively, this sensor has 16 megapixels, but the high-res shot, I believe, takes it up to about 60. It's not something I've really played with before, so the actual numbers are a bit fuzzy in my brain. So what I've done is I've put the twig, the branch with the mushrooms on some moss again. I'm lighting it up from the side with the LED light, and we're really just focused on the branch with the mushrooms. So the branch with the mushrooms is the subject. It's not so much one mushroom here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to press on the screen to focus on one of the mushrooms, and there it goes. The sensor shifts around, takes 9 photographs, stitches them together as a raw file, and here's a very high resolution shot of some mushrooms. So there we go, just a day in the woods with some macro mushroom photography. It's been a year since I've tried this, obviously because of the mushrooms, but it's made such a nice change just to get out and just chill out, slow the pace down a little bit and just have some fun. So I'm currently out with David Meets Nature, who's over there, like I said earlier on the video. I'll leave a card for his channel on the video that he's making today. But if you've enjoyed today's video as much as I've enjoyed taking the photos, please do give it a thumbs up. It does help the video out and it brings your viewers to see my content. If you liked it more than that, there is a subscribe button below me. You can always hit that and you'll see more nonsense from me every single week. Until the next one, I'm going to love you and leave you and say peace and goodbye.